Heroclix land, welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. I'm your host Wespool, and with me as always is my faithful co-host, Scott the Missing Link. And we have a very special international episode for you today. Who is our special guest?
Today we have Bobby Creasman, hailing from Australia. I believe he's a state champion.
Yeah, well, so I am 3-time national champion down here in Australia. So, though I did not win this last year, now I pulled 5th, and we did our Nats about 5 weeks ago. So, give or take.
You had to leave the States to get that kind of title, or?
That is correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, congratulations! Thank you for making time for us.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. It's always fun to talk Heroclix. It's always one of my favorite topics. So
7:30 in the morning in Australia, or 3:30 here in Texas, or 4:30 on the East Coast somewhere.
Oh yeah, and I mean, really, the only thing that changes with the time zones is just coherence. And let's be honest, occasionally talking Heroclix isn't very coherent anyway.
No. So basically, you're saying the way that we could technically be working for Wizkids because of our verbiage is not going to be clear.
Correct. All
right.
And the English words that we use don't mean the same thing that they normally should mean.
Yes. What does choose mean with rogue?
Such a thing. And I'm still arguing with one of our locals about the new Legacy Panther ruling. That's like and it's the whole Chthon thing, right? Where you use like Chair Panther, but if you use Chair Panther to choose Chthon after the beginning of the game, Chair Panther's whole cannot be used. It doesn't take effect. And I'm like, but it says cannot. Like, how hard is this?
So what you're saying, I believe the ruling that you're trying to toe here is you choose Chthon for whatever person, and then Panther takes Chthon away. Person can still get the bonuses off of Chthon because he's not off the sideline. He's just inactive. So you're not taking the damage from Chthon.
Correct. Yes. And just the whole cannot use sideline active is what I get stuck at. And it's theoretically the logic is that part of the game is already passed. So it gets the static bonuses, but doesn't take the damage. And I'm like, how does this make any logical sense?
It makes zero sense. But hey, we play a game that makes little to no sense, and we continue to play.
That's correct. I mean, occasionally I just need to tell myself, listen, I'm pushing little plastic dudes around on a map and rolling dice. You have to have certain expectations.
So, do you play often with Mark Bird?
Every now and then. So So we are, and I mean, a little bit about Australia, right? I mean, it is geographically the same size as the United States, but really only has 3 kind of inhabited states, right? So you've got Queensland, and really 90% of the population of Australia is within an hour of the coastline, right? So it's almost like America if no one lived outside of, like an hour of the seaboard in America, right? So Mark's in a different state from me, right? He's over in Melbourne, right, which is Victoria. So we've driven it once. It's about a 40-hour drive.
Wow.
So people do usually fly between the various states. So whenever I make, because I travel for business, and whenever I'm out that way for business, I'll make sure that I catch some time to play with him. And he's coming to Queensland. He organizes a players league here in Australia and has done a really great job of it across the course of the last year. So we're doing the league championship here in Queensland at the end of November, and he's coming up this way for that. So we'll get a chance to play them.
Is he bringing his son?
Yeah.
Right, he's
hoping
bringing the assassin while he just sits back and watches.
That's correct. Yeah. We're hoping the kid all turns into the next Isaac, but we'll see.
All right, so you're originally from the States. Any former military history?
No, so I'm no military history. So and I a super quick version of how I ended up in Australia. So I originally born and raised in North Carolina. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so what they call the Mormons, right? So I volunteered to do a mission trip as a younger adult, so around 19. They sent me to Taiwan, so I learned Mandarin Chinese.
Wow.
Still speak Chinese. I tried there for a couple of years to figure out exactly which factory in China Heroclix were made at, and try to set up contacts that way, but I never got there. Never could figure it out. No. But so got back, got a degree in biology. Figured out really quickly that you make more money speaking Chinese than you did doing bench biology, and kind of got a job using the biology degree, but using it more for Asian distribution. So ended up kind of doing distributor management throughout China, Southeast Asia, a little bit in the Middle East, right? At some point, I got a wild hair. Well, and that took us to Michigan. So we lived in Michigan with the small biotech company for about 7 years. It just got too cold. Kind of got tired of the weather up there. So we hit the February that everybody hits in Michigan, where the entire month of February was below 0 Fahrenheit. And at that point, I'm like, I'm out. I can't do it. It's just too much, man. So I started looking for other opportunities, and got a job with my current employer down in Kentucky, doing again, international distribution, kind of commercial support management throughout Asia Pacific. And did that in Kentucky for about 7 years. So we were in Lexington, and they had Michigan had decent Heroclix play groups. I just wasn't as into it. By the time we got to Kentucky, we had he was 7 at that point. So our 7-year-old started getting into it, and I'm like, I can totally use this game to teach my child math. See, dear? It's just buying math flashcards, but more fun, right?
Yes, you're buying math flashcards. It's exactly what they are.
That's exactly what it is. That's right. So our oldest, who's now 20, kind of went with me to the local play group around Lexington. And those guys were great. Those guys were awesome. And at some point there with the company, I got a wild hair and told them, I've lived abroad. If you guys are ever looking for an expat, let me know and I'd be interested. And they said, well, it's interesting. We'll let you know. So I'm like, all right, what else? So at some point, the CEO, he kind of reached out and said, we need you in India. I'm like, I speak Chinese. He's like, we need you in India. I'm like, all right, well, let's talk about that. So it was a pretty interesting opportunity. They had just were in the process of buying a food testing lab in India. So we kind of reached terms, and they shipped me and the family over there. We were in southwest India, around Cochin was the name of the town. Down in Kerala is the name of the state there. We were there for 3 years, and at that point, I think I and my son were the only Heroclix players that were in India, because I do not think there are any there. So we were there for 3 years, essentially integrating the business and setting up the international office there. We were there, and they were like, "Hey, you've done 3 years. You want to do year 4 in India?" And we're like, "No, we do not.
No more. Tapping out."
Yeah, correct. And the people are amazing. Still love the people, and all the ones that I worked with were great. But you do there is a fair amount of chaos just in general.
So since you've been into so many different cultures and different areas, I'm sure you have a few interesting nicknames.
It's usually the white dude or some local variation thereof, right? So, and you kind of learn to pay attention to whatever the version of that word is, right? I don't speak the language, but I think I caught that one.
I think I understand that derogatory term there.
Yeah, correct. So, around that time at the end of India, they were like, well, we just bought a joint in Australia. Would you be interested in Australia? And I'm like, Australia's nice. What's the catch? And but essentially they sent me over here to do business development for the business that they just bought here. But as time went on, I ended up taking on more and more management responsibility with the company, and all of our operations and activities in Australia and New Zealand currently report up through me to U.S. corporate headquarters. So it's been fun. Australia is awesome. Queensland is great. The weather is spectacular. The people are fun. They're kind of the people usually laughingly refer to Australians as there's a significant amount of islander in the population, right? It's like for a lot of people from Samoa, a lot of people from Tonga, a lot of people from all the Polynesian and Micronesian islands. And then there's still a significant amount of, essentially people from the UK, English, Irish background, right? So they kind of refer to them as British Texans. Not to offend Scott, but it just
no offense at all.
But it's kind of like, okay, I can see it. So it's good. It's generally kind of more laid back, but it's a fun place.
Since you travel around so much, when you think about like going home for Christmas, what's home to you?
That's a good question. I don't know if we have a real formal one. So I don't, like my side of the family, we don't have much current relationship with or much interaction with. So I see them every couple of years. My wife's side of the family we're closer with, but they're living up in Pennsylvania these days, and I want to live in Pennsylvania, and put it that way. So I mean, I think we kind of try to make home wherever we're at. And we've managed to find friends and kind of build a pretty good friend group wherever we end up. So that's been a real plus.
And you got your Heroclix family, so
that's right. That's absolutely that's it, man. When I kind of got more into competitive play, largely because like the international travel, like we're in India, we go back to the States every July or August, kind of for big, large sales meetings with the company. And at some point I figured out, I'm like, hey, this is kind of within a week of when Origin is. Maybe let me get over there and work for a week, and then we'll go to Origins, and then I'll do the sales conference thing. And then, so, and that ended up that was always spectacular. Origins was just great, right? Because it's my impression back in the day it felt a lot like Gen Con, but a lot less crowded and a lot less psychotic than Gen Con.
We need to schedule a trip around Red, White, and Clix and come out and...
I do need to. You're 100% right, dude.
You got to a week from today? Yep. I believe a week from today, they'll be probably doing cut right about now or getting close to cut.
It's going to be interesting. I got thrown a curveball with the venue, so it's going to be more of a convention style than big open gymnasium style. So it's going to be interesting.
Not bad.
But it'll be good. It'll be good.
So when does it? What time does it start with?
So, what was that, Scott?
What time does the event start? Because I mean, I need to know where Dan Powell's putting his games and what time to log in.
As with Heroclix, there's always a scheduled time, and then there's when people actually
the actual time.
The scheduled start time is 9 a.m. next Saturday, a week from today, and then tomorrow, Sunday, will be a week from Team Sealed at 9 a.m. So Eastern time.
Registration is at 9 or dice drop at 9?
Dice drop at 9. So I will open the doors at 8, and registration will be open shortly after, and from 8 to 9 will be registration.
Okay, so dice drop at 9, so be there before 9 with your team and register.
I think most people were in line around 8:30 with their coffee in hand and ready to pay and play.
Coffee? Hell, it's almost lunchtime by then. Especially with daylight saving time. So does Australia do daylight savings time like we do in America?
Generally, yes. Our problem is Queensland's got to be different, and Queensland's the one state that does not. So for whatever reason, man. And it's odd because we I think I kind of get why. And so the sun, just because of geographical location, the sun kind of goes down within an hour bracket, regardless of time of year. So if Queensland did do daylight savings, it wouldn't actually make the day all that much longer, right? But it is odd in that, for about half of the year, the sun kind of gets up at like somewhere between 4 and 5 a.m. So and it's, and the running joke is everything in Australia wants to kill you, up to and including the sun. There is no ozone layer here. So the sun is full on, right? It'll bake you. So at 4 a.m. it's or 4:30 definitely, it is a blazing ball of fire in the sky. And what you find is a lot of Queenslanders at least just get up at 5 a.m. on the regular.
So if you designed a Heroclix map based on your impression of Australia, what would the map do, and what would it feel like if you had the orange text rules?
That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's funny. And I do actually like the fact that we've changed to the short maps, because I feel like it helps you get more into the game, right? So I don't know if a short map is big enough to really represent Australia, though.
Yeah.
Is a problem.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about the heat. So I would say after turn 2, if you're not on the edge of the map, you're getting a click of unavoidable damage from sun damage.
That's it, man. And then you'd kind of have the whole middle of the map, those 4/16 squares, those 4x4 squares would just be whatever clicks you put here, just die. Because there's nothing here. There's just
knockback and force blast would be awesome, especially if you get to choose the direction.
Yeah, you get to throw things in the middle. That would be really kind of fun, dude.
All right, I love it. That sounds great.
It's a cool place. It really is, and it's very unique, right?
So, when we had Mark on, he was saying how the food there is so much better, like the vegetables and the meat. Yes or no?
I'm going to say no. And again, just because of my time spent tripping throughout Asia, doing the job stuff, I do feel like you get very, very good, Chinese, Indonesian, Thai, Vietnamese, Japanese, Korean. You get other Asian countries' food. You get very high quality versions of that, right? And what I mean by that is dude, again, raised in, Hendersonville is where I grew up, which is outside Asheville, right? Tiny little town. We had one Chinese restaurant and it was not Chinese. Right? It's as simple as that, right? So, but you get very authentic and very good food from a lot of the Asian countries here.
All right, I have a dumb
British
question.
food is not good, dude. It's really not.
So,
and all sausage pies and all meat rolls, they all taste the same, dude. It's flour and beef, and that's kind of it.
So in India, do they eat cows, or they celebrate it and they don't eat cows?
It is okay. So everybody kind of has the conception that India is one large, somewhat homogenous country. It's not. India really is it's got 27 states, and India really is 27 different countries, all kind of smushed together, right? And the different states typically, all have thousands of years of history to them, and they all have very different backgrounds. Cows being holy is a very Hindu thing, in kind of your north central India and your northeast India. That's very much what is kind of common practice. Is cows are sacred. There's a lot of vegetarian or a lot of vegan people that just don't eat meat at all. Where we were at down in the south, you could find a hamburger.
So the best hamburger you had in India?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it really was, because it came. You just get a hankering at some point, right?
It's holy. It's a holy hamburger.
It's a holy hamburger. Yeah. So, and you could, and it's a very, and it's a very interesting kind of mix, because the Hindu religion is probably 51%, but that means you got 49% of India that's not that, right? So there's a lot of Muslim, there's a lot of Christian. Where we were at was heavily Christian. But like, you know, the Christians and the Muslims, they eat meat, man. So like, there's a lot of chicken processing that happens in India. There's a fair amount of, you know, and there are just your standard slaughterhouses. Everybody keeps it very hush hush, just because the Hindu government that's in power would shut it down if it became a big thing. So.
All right, Wes, you look like you're getting bored of our culinary and
I know, right? Sorry, man.
geographical travels.
I'm getting distracted by my other co-host here, Daisy. So, how healthy is the game in your particular area?
It's all right, but it's 100% because of the players, right? And what I mean by that is, I mean, we all of us as players just kind of complain constantly about the distribution setup that they have here. Because Wizkids basically has an exclusive distributor for Australia. Said distributor has no idea what Heroclix is. Said distributor does have a retail arm. That retail arm doesn't actually sell, promote, or even stock Heroclix. So, like, you can walk into the retail arm of the distributor and ask for Heroclix, and they're like, wait, what? And we're like, you're the exclusive distributor for this game. We literally cannot buy it anywhere else because of the relationship you have with them. You should have this, and you should promote this. And they're like, huh? What?
But that costs money. We don't want to do that.
That's exactly what it is, I think.
All right, so what's the name of your local shop and what days do y'all play?
So we usually play, and I mean, we've kind of moved around a bit. Right now, we're currently playing at Epically Games in Ipswich, right? And we play generally every other Saturday. And we usually get between 5 and 8 of us, right? Which isn't bad, right? And we've got one dad and his either 2 or 3 sons that make up about half the play group, right? So once we got them into the game, it kind of greatly expanded the play group.
Hey, and then when they're happy, they're playing, so you're good.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct, right. And for our version of Nats, we usually have between 11 and usually between 10 and 14 players ish, right?
So how far behind in distribution are you? Do you have X-Men yet?
Dude, like, and most of us have defaulted to finding some way to either import, you know, from game shops or stores in the US or buy direct from Wizkids. Because, dude, we still don't have Smash and Destroy.
Wow. No Smash and Destroy, no Lantern Legacy, no X-Men.
Correct. And whenever the game store, whenever our local game store or the other game stores ask about it, they just get crickets from the distributor.
So what you're saying is y'all haven't even felt the spirit of vengeance.
I actually ran it for Nats, but it's all imported, right?
Yeah.
So we all end up, like, I mean, we've all bought. Like, I was on a trip back in May and picked up some Smash and Destroy in the States just because they had it, and I'm like, there's no way we're getting this otherwise. So I bought about a brick plus or minus. It was plus. Like in Ben over in South Australia, his store seems to get stuff somehow, but they have no idea how. And yeah, so and theirs will often get it right on international release date. So he managed to get Lantern Legacy. The store that hosts Nats is actually quite good. Right, so Cardtastic is the store down in Melbourne that's been kind of hosting our nationals for the last 3 years. They always usually, and it's kind of an example of how just misorganized and how terrible the distributor is, right? The store, the way to success for the store was they eventually got a hold of somebody in Wizkids and negotiated straight with Wizkids and just told the distributor, this is coming in a box. Make sure this box gets handed off to the store, because the distributor had no idea what any of it was, right? So, but they got Lantern Legacy and they got X-Men in for us. So we did X-Men Sealed for our Nats event however many weeks ago, and it was an interesting sealed set because I feel like it's very bomby, right? Like my 2 boosters, I did pull the rare Nightcrawler. He was fun. The other 250 points were less useful. So
I don't know. I enjoyed my sealed event with it, the pre-release event that we had.
Did
I'm
you?
like, okay, I feel like everything, not everything, but most of it is very playable.
It is. That is
At least
true.
in sealed.
That I 100% agree with. Yeah, that I 100% agree with. But you got some real, like, if anybody pulls a chase, the chases are very good. If anybody pulls the rogues, those are really good. The Magneto is just insane in sealed, at least.
I don't know. Wes will be able to tell you on about 8 days how
Yeah.
sealed it is.
I do feel like
Anyway.
I do feel like it's a really well designed set, though. It has been a lot of fun, like going through the units and looking at stuff and playing with it. And I think it's made X-Men meta again, definitely.
It's
Like
by
between
far my favorite X-Men set that has come out since I started playing, which was around 2019, 2020. So
you've had what? Exoswords, and what? Empire, maybe?
I had a case of Xavier's School,
Yeah. I mean, there's some good stuff in
Rise
the
and
super rares.
Fall.
yeah,
Rise and Fall with the Krakoan revival was fun.
that was really House of X. House of X.
Yep.
Yeah.
House of X was a strong set. That was a great set.
So is it frustrating to listen to the podcasts in America and we're talking about sets that are 3-4 sets ahead of you, or do you still
Correct.
enjoy
Yeah,
it?
yeah. We're like, that sounds amazing, and I'm never gonna see it. Great.
HCunits.net is on the international
Yeah.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can
luckily-
see it, you just can't
you
touch
just
it.
can't touch it. You just can't feel it. Well, it is a real challenge for us in terms of, because like most of the series, like, and we've probably got, I mean, let's be honest, we've got probably 4 of us that I would call kind of more serious players here in Queensland. There's probably 2 or 3 over in South Australia. There's probably 3 or 4 down in Victoria. There's none currently in New South Wales, like around Sydney, just because again, none of the shops down there organized anything, and it just kind of died out.
So I have an
But like,
idea.
we've probably got like a dozen or so players that are like kind of your serious, more hardcore collectors or players, which means there's just not a secondary market here in Australia. Like, we will trade amongst ourselves, but there's a non-zero chance that there are pieces that we just end up never seeing in the country.
All right, so I have an idea for y'all. It may not be ethical, but y'all need to kidnap or capture, I don't know what you want to call it, one of the distributor managers and get them hooked into the game with some kind of Stockholm syndrome. Then you're going to run the risk of them getting addicted to the game, and they're going to be like, nope, I get all the product.
Then there's that, right?
Yeah.
And they just they get refused.
6 in one hand, half dozen the other. You'll get more product.
We get more stuff,
but he'll be 2 blocking it so he can have it, or she.
Yeah. We've tried various different ways, right? And Mark, to his credit, is trying to go to the player organization side of it, right? And trying to work, and he's managed to work a bit with Wizkids to kind of at least get them aware that yes, there are players here that really love the game, and we would buy more of your stuff if you just made it available.
Correct. So maybe it is a WizKids thing where they were changing distributors up. I know that's the reason I'm not getting any X-Men 97 or limited access to X-Men 97 because of the distributor change that happened the week of Lantern Legacy.
That's a bad set for that to happen in, man.
I mean, we got our Lantern Legacy after he had to make a contact at another distributor. But like on that Monday, we had our pre-release for Lantern Legacy. On Tuesday, the distributor was like, no, thank you, Wizkids. Or Wizkids was like, no, thank you, distributor. We're taking all our stuff back. And Wednesday on release, there was nothing from that distributor to be passed out. So,
oh no!
Our Lantern Legacy was delayed to us about 2 weeks before we actually got product. And I don't know if the store owner did not think to check his orders because it went to the previous distributor and did not order with the new one, or what? But we got 0.
Oof. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough over in the States.
So I'm going to be living vicariously through Red, White, and Clix.
So when we talked to Mark a few months ago, we actually did an experiment, and it turns out the toilets do swirl the opposite direction in Australia than from America. So
Yeah,
in America, we open the boosters from the top. Do you open them from the bottom in Australia?
I don't. I open mine from the top. So
it's because he's from America. No, we open them from the
That's
bottom.
I'm an import. That's 100% because I'm an import. That's right.
The definitive answer for top or bottom will be decided in what? 8 days?
7 days.
That's right.
8 days after your sealed event.
Well, I'll also be doing PRs on Saturday.
Yeah. But VRs is just one. 8 days is your team sealed event where you're going to be cracking a brick of product.
All right. So do you cut the tape or do you tear it open?
I personally cut the tape, just because I find it faster.
I like this guy.
Got a little pocket knife, and I just slice the tape and then pop it open, just because I'm like.
See, my parole officer won't let me carry pocket knives, so.
There are probably reasons.
I mean, for being too handsome.
Right.
No. All right. Question that's on my mind, at least: salty or sweet?
Ooh, I prefer salty. Believe it or not. Now that being said, like I find,
you gotta have both.
You gotta have both. But I find, and it's kind of interesting the foods that Australia has that kind of as a American that I miss, right? Like, dude, we miss Mexican food. Again, any kind of anywhere in the States, any town generally will have a very good South American restaurant of some sort. Like Taco Bell is kind of legitimate Mexican food down in Australia. Correct.
The toilet.
Correct, because there's not really any other option.
Okay. Enchiladas and Mexican pizza are probably the things that I like at Taco Bell.
Like, dude, we don't even have that. They've got just your standard quesadilla, tacos, burritos. It's gonna.
So more than Heroclix, what you want mailed to you is a can of red enchilada sauce.
That is correct. That is correct. Right. And Doritos, right? Like, they have re-released Cool Ranch Doritos here in the market, but they are kind of a different mix. It's a different recipe, so it ain't quite the same. And we'll see if they last, right? So, yeah. And most of the chocolate
anything. Like, ranch is the root of all evil. I don't like ranch.
To be fair, there is nothing natural about it.
No. All right, so since you are a champion, walk us through your thought process in building a team. If you were building a team for Red, White, and Clix next weekend, where would you start? Where would you end up? And what kind of style are you building around?
Ooh, can I say that you can use anything released, not just in Australia?
Ooh, there we go. That makes life a lot easier. I do tend to be like the new shiny, right? So, which is to say, whenever I get because I picked up a brick of stuff, brick of X-Men 97 because they had it for our nationals, right? So, I got super lucky. I cracked open. I got a double chase brick, so I ended up pulling the Chase Wolverine, and then I also got I got the Prime Rogue, and Madeline Madeline Pryor was the other chase. But like looking at that Wolverine and that Prime Rogue, like both of those, I'm like, ooh, I could have fun with either of these. And if you manage to get both of them on a team, so I do kind of even when I'm building for serious events, I do kind of get a little distracted by the new shiny, whatever fun stuff that I pulled in the last brick. I've not managed to actually get much on the table. I do want to play more of that stuff. That being said, the greatest thing in the world really is HC units. Clay is a super genius, and holy crap, can that man design an interface. And I try really hard to go by, the little cheat sheet he has at the top. Does your team have, outwit, perplex, leadership, and prob? And then my dice rolls have never, ever, ever been good. So I try to build with at least 3 sources of probability control, if not more. I've found in teams that I've built, just because of that, I tend to almost overbuild with utility. Like there's occasionally been 1 or 2 builds where I've had like 4 sources of probability control, but not a third attacker. So occasionally I'll have to drop that, right? So last Nats I played Spirit of Vengeance just because I had a lot of kind of the pilots that you would use for Spirit, and liked the idea or liked the mechanism of just being able to, and I do tend to play aggro, right? Like I do firmly believe that game design in Heroclix is based around getting the first shot, right? So I do try to tend to do that. And just because point cost of characters is basically based around their first click, and that's usually when they've got the highest level of stuff they'll do, right? Be it aggressive or otherwise. So I do try to usually play longer, try to play closer to the opponent than to myself, right? I usually try to have at least 1 main attacker that's pretty aggressive that I can launch over there. And Spirit of Vengeance just fit that mold really, really well. What I found in the game, though, was
Rogue
that
Prime fits that.
Yes, correct. Rogue Prime, or even the Wolverine dude. Like he's not. I don't know if there's a good enough gambit that's worth playing with him to get the full map charge. But like even without that, he's great. Like him plus Ares does ridiculous things. So, so I'm kind of excited to build that. There's still a lot of stuff in Lantern Legacy I haven't tried yet either. Right, like KC Green Lantern looks really good. Like he could be a lot of fun, I think. I only got a brick of a brick of Lantern Legacy, and I got all of the constructs that no one wants. So I don't know that I have and I've managed. I got an order from the States and got a couple of the swords and a couple of the sound waves, but like I don't know that I've got enough to really support a full Lantern Legacy build.
Do you have a Sinestro sword?
No, I do not.
I have on authority from Mark that he will pay $25 plus shipping to anybody that sends him a yellow Sinestro sword. It's the only one he doesn't have, and he needs it. I don't have one. But apparently, it's very hard to get a hold of because none of my friends have one either. So,
Holy crap, dude!
I
may actually have a yellow sword. Let me look at that. I may be able to let him borrow one. So, yeah, but like for our Nat, I've gone back and forth in my head as to whether or not I try to build something fun out of Rogue and Wolverine for X-Men, or go back to Lantern Legacy and kind of build from that.
So it's the new shininess is where you're starting, and then you're going to fill it out.
That's usually where I start and kind of fill it out.
So what you're saying is for Red, White, and Clix, look out for a lot of rogues?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I think so. I think there's going to be a ton of her. Yeah, I think I'm not the only person that does that in Heroclix, right? So,
See, I don't think. I think Rogue is really, really solid, but I feel like the Zala Bomb is still a thing, especially with the Amazon sword for free. And if you have the Phoenix, or if you're running the Kooky Cap to make her an Avengers team, you can just drop a ton of good stuff and say, "Hey, Rogue, yeah, I don't care. We're just gonna pummel you."
Yeah, and Rogue is a little squishy, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, she's got invincible, but like,
I mean, she got a 19 defense to start.
Yeah.
So give her
So it's not
the
impossible.
destroyer armor.
21 with the destroyer armor, but
21 with destroyer. It's true. You're paying for it though. So like, I mean,
I don't know.
If you're running her with destroyer, she's 115, and that's.
If you run her with destroyer, she's got that extra reach to reach full map. If you want to try and toss her out there with something,
Is that what you will? Big man willpower that you get from destroyer armor is
yes.
huge.
Unless
I think
your
the big
opponent
man
has,
willpower is the big thing.
Unless your opponent has Prime Sinestro, then you don't get any of those buffs.
Are you still dealing with Prime Sinestro?
like again, is anybody actually playing him? Because like I swear, I feel like. I mean, I looked at
Okay, the threat of a Prime Sinestro is great.
Yeah.
At 100 points. The threat of a Prime Sinestro at 50 points, he can get got.
Yeah.
Zala runs over there and says, "Hey, I'm going to deal 5 damage regardless." What? I mean, maybe she does 5. I don't know. 4.
I feel like Sinestro should be played more. He's just not as fun as other things because of the
board wide.
Beetlejuice. The people are tired of these map wide Beetlejuice type effects that just ruin the game. So even though Sinestro isn't as bad as Beetlejuice,
Wasn't Beetlejuice that did this. Nighthawk Prime was the one that did this at first. I mean, that's the first one to come to mind for me. Maybe, no. Impulse, the Kid Flash that said no hypersonic throughout the map.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the first ones that had a board-wide ability that just said, nope, you can't do that. And I remember him because there was a guy that I played with that Atlas remembers, Jesse. He built this team of just Flash, Quicksilver, whoever had hypersonic speed, and then he put Impulse on his team that said, no hypersonic speed, guys. He thought it was just for the opposing team. So he killed his whole team's movement powers, thinking he was just going to zip, and be the only guy. He had to push Impulse to death to get it before he could start doing anything. And we're playing a big, like, 8-man battle royal. So, yeah. Read the whole card. It makes more sense. Reading's hard, especially when Wizkids writes it.
That's for me. That's the most frustrating part about sealed events like BRs. Is I familiar with the figures for the most part. Usually it's a newer set, so you're not as familiar. And you look at the card and you kind of know what's going on, but you got pick and pass, and then you play the game and then you read the card after the game's over. You're like, oh, I should have been doing this the whole time.
What are you doing, pick and pass? In Battle Royale, it's super simple. Highest point figure, yes. Next booster, highest point figure, yes. Doesn't matter.
I do think that's generally true. You can go a long way in battle royales.
Like, let's see, 15-point leech, nice outwit. Yes, you can turn off team abilities. Or who else is there? 50-point white suit gambit. 50-point white suit gambit. It is. He's offensive.
That's true, but there are some really overpowered, like 50 and 75-point figures you might grab before you grab the 100-point chase.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing the chase. Even if it's not the best chase, it's probably pointed out right. I mean, okay, if I'm grabbing 100-point SR versus the chase, whichever one's pointed higher, odds are my pieces are harder to kill. I have a longer life because of the point value. I can take some points. I may not have to kill the chase. In Lantern Legacy, did I need to kill Larfleeze? No. Larfleeze has one action. Did I want to draft Larfleeze? He's only doing one action, but he's got other pieces around him doing stuff. If I can soften up his little pit crew or whatever else, I'll kill those and get points.
Also, you may not want that big target on your back if you have the big shiny piece on the board.
That's fair too.
Is it the highest point? I'm taking it.
Well, come out to Red, White, and Clix, and I will prove you wrong.
Okay. Are y'all aware of the airfare stuff going on? Obviously, in Australia, you're not aware, but
well, my wife is. My wife's currently traveling over there, and it seems nuts, man.
Air travel, like there was a notification come out all over the place on Thursday saying that, hey, next Thursday we're killing flights. Y'all may or may not be able to fly. We'll let you know.
One airline came out and said, just good advice is to have a secondary ticket on different airline just in case.
Wow.
Like, who can afford that?
Wow. No one can afford that.
Well,
No,
it was
who can
Frontier,
afford it?
so I don't know if anybody actually flies Frontier. I think Frontier is the backup ticket.
That's fair. Okay, that one. That was the Frontier Airlines. Yeah. No, my wife, like, she got told show up at the airport 5 hours early for your international flight, and I'm like, so you're gonna show up at like 2 a.m. Okay, good luck with that.
Hey, look, I'm just want to say that when I would fly for work, if I could get the first flight out, security is a breeze to pass through.
It is. That is fair. Yeah. Those early morning flights, that is one of the benefits of them.
I mean, I would always love the first flight out versus the last flight out because most of the delays will happen throughout the day. That first one,
true.
nah, you're in and out usually.
You're good to go. Yeah, and that last flight is always, that's always tough.
Do you remember the old A-Team TV show with Mr. T?
Yeah, he wouldn't fly.
He wouldn't fly. That's my wife. I would have to like physically knock her unconscious to get her on a plane. Even then, her anxiety might rise to a level it would bring her out of her unconsciousness and freak out on the plane.
No, look, after you get her through security, it's fine. You just chloroform her. I mean, that's how you married her, right?
Just remove that element of choice. You don't need it.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're in the wheelchair. You just get her a wheelchair. Y'all get pushed in there. They'll put her in the seat, whatever.
everybody's happy, right? That's it.
Or I hear alcohol is called the loose juice. Loosen her up with alcohol.
Now, my daughter actually has a cavity needs filled, and the dentist actually gassed her up. They gave her medication, and she's the only person who actually fought the gas so hard that they couldn't even finish because she was so petrified of the surgeries.
The anxiety, man. Anxiety is real.
Yes.
It is. Absolutely.
All right. So is there a Heroclix team down in Australia?
No, I would say, well, and like we've all, especially us, like the guys that will generally travel for Nats, like all of us are into the game enough that we love the idea of team sealed, right?
Oh, what happened once you dipped out? You still recording?
Yep. No, just glitch for a second. Keep going.
Now, like we love the idea of team sealed, and that's probably the reason we'd have teams, but like we just don't have enough players that show up to it, right? Because like team sealed, you probably need a good 16 to 20 players, right? Or it was divisible by 3.
I mean, like a Heroclix team, like y'all have the Australian
outback.
outback.
The Australian outback. We
jerseys, or
I mean, we don't like I think I've been the only one that's made it. We made it to Gen Con 2 years back.
No, but y'all could do it there.
Maybe 3 years back. Right? No.
I mean, y'all couldn't even do it like a draft where y'all have like certain captains and they have to draft the people below them to be like, oh, hey, this is our squad for this season.
That's right. This is who we may do something like that. Like Mark's working hard to organize a international players league for next year with kind of the non-American countries, right? In places where we have kind of these smaller player groups. So maybe we do something with that. It could be really good.
I mean, I kind of like that idea where y'all are like, okay, Mark's the captain, Bobby's the captain. And if you only have 15 people, then y'all have a third captain, and then y'all just kind of draft the people that y'all want below y'all. And then
it's not bad. Man.
Maybe you get traded to Mark's team later.
That's right.
There you go.
That's kind of fun, dude. I mean, we may have to try that. I mind the idea.
So, do you have a particular figure you like to reach for a lot, or do you have just a favorite?
Like Copycat's freaking amazing, dude, and like 15 points for everything on the board is just ridiculous. And I kind of
yes, Copycat is so gross. I built a team that had no leadership and no prob, and all I had to do was get Copycat on their side of the map. And I'm like, oh hey, look, leadership.
Now I have prob, and now I have invincible and shape change and poison and charge and close combat. Like, dude, it's
She's great with the new Prime Rogue too, because Prime Rogue just goes outwits somebody else's prob, and now Rogue and Copycat have prob.
Yeah,
Copycat's got to be close.
Yeah, well, yeah. She
Rogue's out there doing
she
stuff.
carries Copycat with
back
her.
here being the team player, be like, hey, would you like a cookie? Oh, you need a Band-Aid? What you need? Go get them. Save me.
Exactly what it is, man. And I love the point efficiency of the Cookie Cap Scarlet Witch is ridiculous as well, right? So 25 points, you got your TK, Outwit, Perplex, Prob. And for another 15 points between Copycat and Scarlet Witch, you have 2 of that. So for 40 points, it's pretty ridiculous, right? So
yeah, that Copycat is probably better than a Destroyer Armor on Scarlet Witch. Easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, that copycat is. Yeah. I find myself, yeah, like any build kind of generally has those two on it.
Oh, and she's not breaking theme if you're running theme. So
Right. Like.
So are
Yeah.
you a comic nerd? Did you read all the
Oh, yeah.
backstories
Oh,
of
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
characters?
100%. Yeah. And I mean, and unfortunately, just because of adult life and kind of chaos and work and the whole 9 yards, right? Like, I've not been able to catch up in recent times to reading as many comics as I want to. I'm still somewhere in the middle of House of X, just because I hit a wall, right? Like, like a third of the way through it. So I don't know how it all ends yet.
So
Okay.
who's
Did
your
you-
character? Who's your superhero that you just love?
Like personally, I've always loved Cable. Cable, and don't get me wrong, it's probably, I mean, he's a little bit flawed, right? Don't get me wrong, but
he's a lot of it flawed.
Yeah, that's correct, and like egotistical. He's got Cyclops' ego. You got to say that for you, right?
And he's
But
the
nah,
son
he
of a
loves-
clone, and clones aren't supposed to have son or children.
That's it, man. He has daddy issues. He has identity issues, right? So I did find it really, like, I thought it was really, like, I mean, I always loved the time travel element to sci-fi stories, and kind of there's been multiple storylines where Cable kind of works stuff backwards, right? And I like that. That's always been fun. So he's always, like, and I loved recent run. I mean, it's not the most recent anymore, but like Immortal Hulk was a freaking amazing run, and like I managed to pull the Immortal Hulk figure and use the crap out of that thing for like 3
Really good
weeks.
100 points. Teams well with the 100-point Iceman.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So, and like that one was just a great comic book. The kid our oldest that played Heroclix with me he was always a huge Iron Man nerd. So, and I think his was more just because he was like the MCU kind of started whenever, like, really got running whenever he was in his younger teens. So they had all the Iron Man movies and then the Avengers movies, and we took him to all those. So.
All right, so I just watched Thunderbolts last night.
It's good. I liked Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was
good. It wasn't great.
Oh.
Compared to recent MCU stuff, dude. It was great.
I would put it up there
probably
with
think-
Captain America 2: Winter Soldier.
No, it's like Inhumans level good.
No.
Okay, you
nothing
got
is- like
A bunch
Inhumans
of
level.
punchy, stabby, shooty people like and Bob.
Fair.
Like if they really got into a fight with the Hulk, Bob's the only one that can do anything, and the rest of them are gonna get just
That's fair. But like, dude, Inhumans was the bottom of the list. Like,
No.
I still don't know what they are.
Inhumans had Selma Hayek first and foremost, but
Fair.
Okay,
Fair.
the storytelling of Thunderbolts
Eternals.
is top notch. The drama, the comedy, just the across the board storytelling
writing
is
was-
great.
Mkari whips all of them. The super speed is it. Bloop, 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 bloop. You're done. Sorry,
But like,
can't do nothing. Kingo whips all of them.
I just couldn't care about the Eternals. And sitting through the 2.5 hour movie didn't make me care about them.
I know, but I'm just saying that they
Like,
in a 1v1 team, not even necessarily 1v1, but team v team, Inhumans whoops them.
up until they
Not
get
even
bored
close.
and walk off, right? Like, I mean, like that. Well, that whole was like, forgotten the speedster from the Eternals that just pieced out during the third act and was just like, "No, I'm good. I don't care." Like, what was this? What was it? What was it? The Camille Nanjiani character, that one. Kingo.
Yes, Kingo was awesome. All right, so I know we're limited on time. We've got like roughly 15-ish minutes left.
Yeah, I've probably got about 10 minutes left, give or take. Yep.
So we need to do our shameless plugs. We got Red, White, and Clix coming up. We have an awesome 3D print guy to talk about. Fantasy Football West, you're basically washed in. You can just stop talking about it. You never set a lineup, Wes. I'm like, message me and I'll video call you and we'll walk through how to do it. Nope, nothing. Crickets.
Yeah. No, I just did fear of missing out.
FOMO. Hey, but that's one less booster I'd have to purchase for somebody, so I appreciate that. You saved me like 15 to 20 bucks, depending upon what it is.
So in 1 week we got red, white,
and Clix. When is red, white, and Clix? I keep hearing all this about it.
1 week, it's gonna be awesome. I got all the pricing ready to go. The venue's all set. Just need to show up. So 300 modern.
All the pricing is ready.
What?
All the pricing is ready.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even your 3D printed stuff.
Yeah, he said he's done. He's ready to go.
Oh, so he's at home, feet propped up.
Yep.
Chilling with the little Mai Tai in his hand right now.
I texted him a little bit ago. He's like, "Hey, I'm out on a day date with my wife. I'll text you later." He's done.
Yeah, I mean, after this slave labor you've put him through, yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind his feet up with a Mai Tai.
He's like, I'm out. I've got a couple of different 3D printers, and like that is one of the nice things about it. Is once you don't get me wrong, it takes hours to get them set up and to keep them running. But like then you kind of hit start and then just walk away, and it does its thing. And then
fingers crossed it doesn't jam or whatever.
Yeah,
there is a lot of that, right? Yes, correct.
But yeah, if you need anything 3D printed, John Hoffner's the guy.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm going to be using the snot out of him soon.
Really looking forward to Red, White, and Click. It's going to be a great event. I'm hoping to possibly match last year's attendance. Right now we're about 10 people shy, but hopefully we'll get some stragglers last minute. It's going to be a great time.
And that's hoping all the airplanes arrive where they need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But so here at Talkn Clix, we have a tradition of what we call the Clix questionnaire. You've been playing Heroclix for a long time. You're known internationally. People feel like they know you, but do they really know you? Do they know what makes you click? I developed the Clix questionnaire, which is a scientifically proven, ironclad way for the Clix community to really know you inside and out and know what makes you click. Are you prepared to answer these questions?
Yes, fire away. Shoot.
Toilet paper, over or under?
Ooh, over. Definitely over. Under is weird.
Coke or Pepsi?
Mountain Dew, man. I'm from the South.
Mountain Dew. I mean, I've seen you drinking the Mountain Dew, but
that is
I'm
correct.
very sad that we did not get the Voodoo Halloween flavor this year.
It is really good, man. They had it on sale half off, so I went and bought myself a case of Voodoo flavor Mountain Dew. It is
2025?
Yeah.
Couldn't find it in the States.
Dude, if I can find a way to do it, I'll ship you a bottle, brother.
Yes, please. I have a can of 2024 I've been holding on to for a year just to taste the difference.
We get weird flavors too.
We got that flavor, that raspberry, lemon, whatever. Not the best. And our Halloween flavor this year was trolley. I'm like, who cares about a gummy worm?
Ew. Yeah, why would you do that? And I'll hook you up, man. I'll ship you a bottle.
All right. So in all of Australia, what is all the things that could kill you in Australia? What's the thing you are most afraid of?
Ooh, thing I'm most afraid of, honestly, probably like floods, man. Because like Queensland does get a fair amount of floods during certain seasons of the year, and we're suburban living, so like it's generally fine. But dude, it'll kind of flash flood, and then roads will be out and the whole 9 yards, right? So what's more, that worries me more. Like the spiders, I kind of feel like I can see coming, and then like the snakes. I generally know enough to pay.
Just be careful when you open your door.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right? Yeah. And the toilet. So snakes will occasionally hide in the toilet.
What is the best sandwich?
A Cuban. Definitely a Cuban. And I kind of feel like mustard and pickle are flavor profiles that Australians have yet to fully appreciate. So a little hard to find.
All right, you're going back in time to talk to your 15-year-old self. What is one piece of advice you're going to tell yourself?
Buy Apple stock. Largely so you can spend a lot of money on Heroclix.
All right, so which power matches your personality? Outwit, perplex, or probability control?
Ooh, That's really good. Probably probability control, because I do tend to try a thing a couple of different times before I actually manage to make it work.
All right. Would you rather win a big tournament with an underdog team by a lot, by sweeping the whole team, or are you going to barely squeak by with a huge meta monster?
Probably barely squeak by. To be
W
fair,
to
like,
W, right?
that's most of my wins have been barely squeaking by. So,
All right. So, what is the first Heroclix you ever pulled that made you fall in love with the game, just the sculpt wise?
wow, just the sculpt wise. Like I distinctly remember not Infinity Gauntlet, the DC starter set.
Hyper Time.
Yeah, Hyper Time had a pretty cool Superman sculpt. And I always loved the Superman that's like carrying the wall. Like that sculpt was always pretty darn amazing. Don't think I ever had the. Yeah.
All right. You have one outlet to use in your last action of the game. To make the attack, are you going to outweigh your opponent's super senses or shape change?
Ooh, super senses, because hopefully I try to always stack it up to where even if they hit the shape change, I got something else to attack.
I'm outwitting the shape change because a crit hit will take away that super sense. Or
Well, that's fair.
basically,
That is
that's
true.
the way I'm looking at it. All right, I need you to be.
The number of crit hits I often see though is not high.
Yeah, they're the double ones. But there is a Chase Guy Gardner or Kyle Rayner that lets your crit hits be more critical. No, he gets bonuses off crit hits. I think it's Gantet or Sade. One of them do something extra with crit hits. Do you talk to your dice or your figures? And please be honest.
Ooh, I generally do not, honestly. I feel they are beneath me and should do what I tell them to do. So
they should just already know.
That's correct, right? Like, come on, chain of command here.
Like, I put you all on this team. I put you on the map. I've let you out of your little plastic caskets.
That's
do something for me.
That's right. You know my expectations.
Yes.
I miss the dice and token packs with the themed dice. I don't care about the tokens. I love the dice. I love having themed dice with this set. So if I'm running an dice set, I want X-Men dice.
I love all of it. Yeah. I love the fact that they would put the pogs on there, whatever. I loved it.
Though I do find like the dice do tend to like degrade kind of quickly over time. Like I feel like I've got some of the like the House of X dice.
Pure Itself dice were awesome.
Yeah, true. Fair. Like the old one.
Pretty too.
Yeah. Like that Marvel, the original What If set. Like those dice, I swear they're gonna outlive me. Like some of them are really built like tanks.
All right, so the next big Hollywood movie is going to come out is going to be about you and your Heroclix career. What actor is going to play you in the movie?
Oh wow, Weird Al Yankovic. Just because that man doesn't get enough screen time, he needs more.
Which piece of Heroclix strategy advice do you ignore, even though you know it's good?
Ooh, Barrier. I probably should play more Barrier. Is the honest answer.
Thank you for not, because I hate that power. I would rather see Earthbound Neutralize on my dial than Barrier.
Really?
Yes. I hate Barrier. I hate playing against it. I hate using it.
It does just slow the game down.
I mean, if I have a Barrier, I want that Prime Hulk to just run through it.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I want. That's the only reason I want it. I don't want to keep the game from interacting. I mean, it's nice for some breakaway aspects, but meh.
Well, how do you feel about maps with a lot of built-in blocking?
I'm fine with
walls.
I'm fine with that.
So as long as your opponent isn't building the walls, you're okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
What's the last TV show that you binge watched?
I've been rewatching Stranger Things because I want to watch the next series. But before that, our 16-year-old got me into Jujutsu Kaisen, which is kind of interesting.
My kid's trying to get me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's pretty good.
He's currently backlogging The Simpsons. He's on like season 2 of The Simpsons.
Oh, holy crap. Yeah, you're going to see him in like 15 years, man. Good luck.
All right. Do you have a motivational song or speech that you listen to before a big event?
I don't. One of our other local players totally does. and I've forgotten what it is. Though they played it a crap ton last month at Nats. You would think I would know.
All right. Do you prefer DC or Marvel, just in general? What character? It's like?
General, I prefer Marvel. Just because I kind of feel like DC. A lot of the DC plot lines are these huge, epic, sweeping things that then, much like The Simpsons, they just hit a reset button and everything goes back to what it was last Tuesday. And I'm like, seriously? Like the universe was ending and now not? Like, so I'm able to take Marvel a little bit more seriously, which is just weird now that I say it.
Would you rather hear, smell, or taste colors?
Ooh. I would rather probably taste colors.
All right, so I have a theory that's been proven previously that the Heroclix community is interconnected through a telepathic network, and that even across from the United States to Australia, if Scott concentrates hard enough, he can.
Oh, wait, let me take this off. So wait, it's not a tinfoil hat for you.
There we go.
That's right. There we go.
There we go. All right, with his colorful hair, he's going to transmit a thought to you. He's going to think of 3 digits. It's their whole numbers, and the first number is larger than the second number. What number is he sending you?
713.
No.
Okay, my bad.
I mean, that is the zip code that I grew up in, but no.
Well, thank you for playing. Well, that has
Excuse
been the
me,
Clix
area
question.
code, not zip code.
That's been the Clix questionnaire. Thank you so much for playing. The Clix community now fully knows you inside and out, and they know what makes you click. How does it feel?
Like I'm naked in the breeze. No, I'm just joking. It's great, guys. No, I appreciate it. And I think I like the idea of the show is spectacular. Helping Heroclix players get to know each other is a wonderful thing. So.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
I mean,
Scott, thank you for showing off your colorful hair. It looks beautiful.
It looks good, dude.
It's Toxic Avenger style. I just wanted to go for some Toxic Avenger.
It's pretty good, man. I like it. I'm a little jealous.
Amy
the wife did it, so.
All right, well, I've got to run, gentlemen, but appreciate it. Thank you, guys. It's been great.
You got any last final thoughts that you want to share before you go?
Heroclix is an amazing game, but I think the community really is even more amazing, right? Like, that's the thing that's kept me into Heroclix is being able to play with friends and being able to play with people that, really I enjoy just spending time with. And that's really a key part of Heroclix in general, right? And that's been one of the best things about it. So,
all right, Scott.
All right, Hakuna Matata, guys.
All right, see everybody next weekend. And as always,
good luck with the event. I'm jealous, man. It sounds amazing.
It is going to be great. All right, everybody, keep on clicking.
Keep on clicking, guys.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Yo, Queensland to the States, from the floods to the light. It's your boy Bobby Creasman on the mic tonight. 3-time Westie champ to die, so bay. Let's roll, let's Clix, let's play. Yeah, I'm that British Texan from the Carolinas born. Now the Outback sun, got my dice spread out and worn. Lived in Michigan frost, China haze, India rain. Now I'm rolling in Queensland where the legends remain. I speak the Mandarin flow, smooth with precision. Mid-game lock with a world-class vision. Don't talk to my dice, they already know. I set the board right and just let them go. Spiders, nah, snakes, nah, I ain't phased. But that flood in the sun got me slightly crazed. Still I rise, dew in my palm, playing clicks like chess, cool under calm. I'm that British Texan, roll like thunder. 3 continents deep, can't pull me under. Dice fall right, yeah, fate my runner. Call me champ, the world's my number. I'm that British Texan, roll like thunder. 3 continents deep, can't pull me under. Wespool right, yeah, fate my runner. Call me champ, the world's my number. Yeah, the world's my number. Roll 'em up, let's go. Hey, Wespool stepping in, I've seen him play. From the States to the Outback, they all say Bobby don't bluff, he strategize. Break down teams like a mastermind. He schedule work trips round Heroclix fights. Shows up jet lag, still rolling right. From booster to booster, he don't miss top. Open from the top like the boss he got. He missed that Tex-Mex spice, real food crave, but still heat up tables like microwave. Cable on his teeth, soldier of fate. Marvel in his blood, can't duplicate. That British Texan, roll like thunder. 3 continents deep, can't pull me under. Dice pour under, fate my runner. Call me champ, the world's my number. I'm that British Texan, roll like thunder.
North Carolina dirt to the southern sky. Everywhere I move, that fam don't lie. Home ain't walls, it's the love I find. Every continent, same peace of mind.
So raise that jewel for the champ supreme. Heroclix legend, worldwide dream. Queensland heat to the Michigan snow. Bobby Creasman, let the world know. Yeah, they call me the British Texan. But I just call it home. Roll with love, roll with skill. Roll like a champion.